Hi friends, it's Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share with you the books that I'm hoping to get to in April. I have a couple holdovers from last month that I will be finishing, and I have some ARCs, and then I have some books that I just really want to get to. So without further ado, Greenglass House is a book that I started in March, and I'm really hoping that it'll be the first book that I finish. I just don't see myself having time to finish in March. So it'll probably be the first book I finish in April, and I can handle that. Another book that I started in March is an ARC, an advanced reader copy called The Crowns of Croswald by D.E. Knight. It's not actually an advance because it's been published for a while, but the publisher approached me about wanting to read it. It's a middle grade book about a girl who's discovering that she's magic, and it's this alternate universe reality. It's really intriguing, and it's been really good so far, but I had to set it aside because I was reading Amari and the Night Brothers as a buddy read in March, and the themes are too similar. They're definitely not like so similar that they're the same book, but the themes are so similar. I had to set one of them aside, and Amari was a buddy read. So The Crowns of Croswald is going to be one of the first books that get finished as well, I'm sure. I have 4 other ARCs that I need to get to in the month of April. I super overloaded myself this month, but it happens, I guess. Hello, Cruel Heart by Maureen Johnson is the story of Cruella de Vil, and it's kind of a twisted fairy tale. I'm really excited. That comes out on April 6th, so I have to read it by Tuesday, the 6th. And second book that comes out on April 6th is Stilettos, Bowties, and Dead Guys by Jennifer Fischetto, and it's a cozy mystery from Gemma Halliday Publishing. And I have never read from this series before, but I have read this author before, and I really have enjoyed her writing. So I'm excited to deep dive into this cozy mystery. Another cozy mystery comes out on April 20th, and that is Mascots Are Murder by Leslie Langtry, and it's the 18th book in the Mary Wrath mysteries. I've read more of these books than I haven't read, and I'm really excited for this one because it takes place at a class reunion. And also coming out on April 20th is Kristy Woodson Harvey's new book, Under the Southern Sky. And I am very excited to read it. I just always try to wait until the month that a book comes out. So I've really been chomping at the bit to start it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So those are my ARCs. I do have a couple of days off in April because of Easter break. And so I really want to spend some time definitely reading. So I should be okay there. Other than that, I do have this middle grade, The Circus of Stolen Dreams by Lorelei Savaryn. And she is kind of a local author to me. She's from Wisconsin, I believe, or her mom lives in Wisconsin, one of the two. But I've heard about this book because the author's mom brought it up to somebody that I know. Crazy connections there, but I took the chance because it sounded so beautiful, and I can't wait. I wanted to get into it in March, and I just wasn't able to pick it up because I had so many books on my middle grade March shelf. So The Circus of Stolen Dreams is definitely one I want to get to in April. Another middle grade that I want to get to is The Unadoptables by Hana Tooke. And this book was recommended by the Currently Reading podcast. And I have renewed this book so many times that my library won't let me renew it anymore. So I really need to get to it this month. I think I have it until the middle of the month now. So this is going to have to be a priority because I do want to read it. And I know if I return it, I'm not going to read it. And I don't want that to happen. So that's on the schedule as well. I have one YA that I want to get on my read list, and that is Lie to Me by Kaitlin Ward. This is going on my TBR because one of my students gave it to me to read. It's her book. She loves it. And I absolutely need to. I put it off last month because it was middle grade March last month. So now I feel like I'm going to have time to pick this up. It's suspenseful. We have a girl who wakes up in the hospital and she fell, but she has a strong sensation that she was actually pushed. So she has to figure out what happened to her, but nobody believes her that something bad happened to her. So I'm really excited again to get into this one. I say excited a lot. It happens. And then the last one that I want to make sure I get on my list is The Watch That Ends the Night by Allan Wolf. This is a novel in verse about the Titanic. And all I needed to hear were the words novel in verse and Titanic. And I was sold. This book was going to be read by me. And since April is the anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic, it's a perfect time to read it. So I'm hoping to get to this month. It looks thick, but again, it's a novel in verse. So I'm hoping that will make it a little bit less long. Anyway, so these are the 4 physical books that I am hoping to get to. And then I have my 5 ARCs to get to. I usually read more than 9 books a month. So I feel like I'm going to be okay. Fingers crossed. What are you reading in April? I hope that you have a wonderful reading month. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.